Hi guys, I'm doing day 4 of my holiday Vlogmas. And this one we're gonna do, let's talk about it, TEDx talk. So I did a TEDx talk October of this year, and I've learned a few things along the way, and I wanted to share it with you. So let's go over it, all right? So the first thing I want to talk about in our Vlogma today is, let's talk about it TEDx talk. I'm going to talk about my experience. So initially, I want to say that I'm very grateful for the experience. I learned so much. It was one of those things that was on my list. You know, we all have a bucket list. So it was on my list of things I wanted to do. And it happened quicker than I actually expected. So guess what? I did it maybe a couple years before I thought I would actually have the opportunity to do it. So I'm grateful for the experience. Also, I would say if you're ever thinking about applying or doing a TEDx talk, make sure to read the book. It is, let's see, it's called TEDx. And I think the author is Chris Anderson. I have the book in my interesting book list in the description on my channel. So check it out when you have a chance. Okay, so that is a book to read if you're thinking about doing a TEDx talk. If you had the opportunity and was picked to do a TEDx talk, then that's a great book to read as well. So also takeaways. Takeaways, I would say this. I was so nervous about doing it, but I would say two things that was really good. We had an awesome curator and we had an awesome coach. So I want to thank both our curator and our coach. I learned so much. I learned from doing the TEDx talk that you need a coach. Sometimes even with athletes and training, it's the same thing because with doing the talk, ours was at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You don't have any notes like you already know. You have to memorize it. I'm used to having notes when I speak. And I talk with my hands, so that was a learning experience as well. So we did workshops and trainings to prepare us for the event. And the book I told you about, TEDx by Chris Anderson, is an excellent book to read as well because it gives you ideas about sharing your big ideas, about sharing your thoughts, and sharing about your views in the world. All right, so thank you. I would say I'd love to say thank you to our coach and our curator. They did an excellent job. I really enjoyed it. I did the TEDx Women in Apex, North Carolina. All right, so what I learned. With anything and everything, what I learned from doing a TEDx talk is to show up. Sometimes we're nervous, we're scared, but in this life, if you want to see anything change, if you want to get better, and we have this thing of wanting to always be perfect. And yes, practice does make perfect, as we like to say growing up. But you know what though? Just showing up and doing an excellent job and feeling it. You gotta go feel what you're doing, feel the experience, and allow yourself to enjoy the moment. Because sometimes we don't even enjoy moments because we're so just thinking about what's gonna happen next, if it blow up, if it do this, whatever. If you want to get 1,000 views or 1,000,000 views, so you're thinking about that so much, you may psych yourself out of just having a good experience. Okay, so that's one thing. So yes, right here, do it scared. In anything in life, you may be a little nervous, you may have a little fear, but at the end of the day, do it. Show up. So if you want to apply, if you're someone thinking about doing a TEDx talk, if you want to apply, then apply. If you've applied before, I've heard people say this, they applied before and they was rejected. Apply again. If that's one of your goals, if you're a coach, a consultant, a business entrepreneur, or anybody just have a big idea that they want to, if you're in tech or something, you have a big idea you want to share, make sure you apply and show up. All right. Stage fright. All right. A couple things I learned. Okay. So I've stood on a few stages. I've stood on stages at the Apollo in NYC. I've stood on college campus stages. I've stood on a few stages. But the thing for the TEDx talk stage, one thing I would say I learned from that event is making sure before, if you have the opportunity, because you don't have this opportunity all the time, but if you have the opportunity, go on the stage before you do the event. Because it was so many lights. It was so many lights, and it was like when you get on the stage, it's like this black abyss, like you see nothing. You don't even see the people's heads in the crowd. Seriously, you don't see it. So my recommendation to you, whenever you're going to do your TEDx talk, or when you have the opportunity, is go on the stage. I know we did have a practice before, but the practice was not at the event. But so make sure you go the day before, and that's something I did not do. And I know a couple of other people that had to do their talks in the same day, they went on the stage. So when I went on the stage, I was like, whoa. Also, I would say the red dot, you know, the dot on the floor, they want you to stand in the dot. So you need to stand in the dot when you're going to do the speech, the talk. It's such an amazing thing, but yes, you have to stand on the dot. And they really don't even want you to come out of the dot. So that's one of the things, if you read the book, you will learn that as well. So that was a cool part of the experience. Yes, I went over lights, previewing the stage, and the red dot. That's one of the major parts of the event, the red dot. Also, I would say in my preparation, because you go through a prep time where I wouldn't say everybody has a coach. I wouldn't say every TEDx talk group, the cohort has a coach. I know our curator, she did an amazing job. She had a coach for us. But I would say that it was time you had to write if you don't already have a talk. And what I do appreciate from doing the TEDx talk is that now, because I had a coach that walked through the whole process, that you did feedback, got feedback from, and also we use the app. I can't think of the name of the app, but it's an app where it's an AI that you can actually speak to the AI. If you listen back, you can record yourself doing video, and it gives you feedback. I can't remember, but if you have a chance to Google it, you should be able to find it. But what I would say is that doing the TEDx talk taught me that I needed a coach. And so that's what is the exciting thing as well, that you need a coach. Sometimes you're doing something new, or you're going in a different arena, or you're going on a new path. It's okay to get help with it, okay? And my last thought about it is, you have to get in the arena. Nobody's saying, we always have this thing that we want to be perfect. You may not be perfect. From my experience, I would tell you this. I'm used to speaking and having notes when I speak, just like I have this board. So I have a decent memory, I think. I can remember a lot of things, but I would be so honest with you. When I got on the stage, I think I forgot everything I wanted to say or how I wanted to say it, but I did remember the core things I wanted to say. And what I did learn from the experience is this: nobody else knows your talk but you, and maybe your coach and the curator. So when you get on the stage, just show up, go be in the arena, share your vision of the world. Because at the end of the day, nobody has your vision of the world. Nobody sees the world the way you see the world. Nobody have your big idea. And it's just amazing to just show up and be who you are as a person. And so I spoke about, because everything is, literacy is important to me, and empowering children through literacy. So I spoke about literacy and equity. So if you have a chance, go and check out my talk. It's in my links in my bio. And also subscribe to my channel. This is my 4th day of doing Vlogmas. And I'm just here to make sure that I empower people and give my knowledge and share my experiences in hopes that I can tell you something that will help you along the way and improve your experience. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.